Hi, my name is Myra Cagete and welcome to a new video. Sa araw na ito ay ituturo ko sa inyo ang simple present tense at ang present continuous tense. Papakita ko muna sa inyo itong page na ito. Ito ay galing sa website, englishpage.com. Isa to sa mga websites na maire-recommend ko sa inyo kung gusto ninyo nga pag-aralan ang verb tenses in English. Sa listahan na yan or sa chart na yan, ang pinaka-basic, kumbaga, okay, ang pinakamadali at unang-unang verb tense na kailangan ninyong matutunan ay ang simple present tense. Sa ibang libro, tinatawag rin yan na present simple. Pero syempre, magkapareho lang yung dalawang yan. Turo ko rin sa inyo yung present continuous tense. Kasi isa to sa mga common mistakes na mga bago pa lang nag-aaral ng English grammar or yung mga, let's say, hindi pa magagaling sa English grammar. Karaniwan kasi ang ginagamit nila ay itong nasa ing form kahit ang ibig nilang sabihin ay ito. Okay, umpisahan muna natin sa simple present tense. Nakikita ninyo, the first example sentence is I work. So, I ang ating subject. Pag sinabi nating subject, ito yung pinag-uusapan natin or tinutukoy natin, yun nga, pinaka-subject natin sa ating pangungusap. Sa sentence na to, ang pinag-uusapan natin ay I. I work. Okay? O kaya naman, he, she, it works. O kaya naman singular noun. For example, Tom. So mag-isa lang si Tom. Tom works. He, she, it go. Hindi pwede yung it kasi it doesn't go to school. So he, she goes to school. O kaya naman singular noun. For example, Tom. Tom goes to school. They, we, you work. O kaya naman, kapag ang subject ninyo ay nasa plural form. For example, Tom and Jerry. So, dalawang tao ang tinutukoy natin. Tom and Jerry work. Okay? O kaya naman, Tom and Jerry go to school. Yan. Wait lang, sandali lang. Bakit ito merong S at saka ES? Bakit ito work lang at saka go? Ganito yan, kapag ang subject ninyo ay singular. Katulad nga nitong mga to, he, she, it. O kaya Tom, singular noun. Kailangan ang verb ninyo ay merong S or ES. Okay? Kapag yan ay nasa simple present tense. Yan. May S o kaya ES. Ano pa ba yung ibang verbs na nasa singular form? Has. O, yan Tom has, for example, Tom has a book. Has. S. O kaya naman, Tom does his homework. Does. I'll just erase this. Tom does his homework, as in DOES. His homework. Okay? So again, kapag ang verb ay singular, may S, ES. Kapag plural naman, hindi na kailangang dagdagan ng S or ES yung inyong verb. You, alam natin, isa lang taong pinag-uusapan natin karaniwan. You. Pwede rin yan kapag ang kausap mo ay marami. You, all of you, di ba? So, in this case, wala ring S. Ngayon, dito naman tayo sa structure ng present continuous tense. Okay, I am working. Hindi I is working. Isa na naman tong special case. He, she, it is working. O kaya, singular noun. For example, Tom. Tom na naman. Tom is going to school. They, we, you are working. Or plural noun, Tom and Jerry, for example. Tom and Jerry are working. Ganyan ang structure sa present continuous tense. Yung subject ninyo at saka yung be verb na tinatawag, yan yung am, yung is, at saka are, and then yung ing, yung ing form ng inyong verb or ng main verb sa inyong sentence. Okay? Ituturo ko naman sa inyo yung negative structures ng mga sentences na ito. Okay? So, sa negative form naman, sa simple present tense, he, she, it, o kaya singular noun, for example, Tom, ulit, does not or doesn't work. Or it does not or it doesn't work. Or she does not or she doesn't go to school, for example. Okay? So, as I said a while ago, kapag ang subject ninyo ay singular, dadagdagan nyo ng es, yung do. Kapag nasa singular or nasa simple present tense yan, ha? So, magiging does not or doesn't and then yung main verb. Okay? Ganyan ang mangyayari. Ngayon, tandaan natin na kapag gumamit na tayo ng does or doesn't o kaya do and don't, yung susunod na verb na gagamitin ninyo, yung main verb na susundan yan or nasusunod dyan ay dapat nasa base form na lang. Ano ba yung tinatawag na base form? Nung nasa elementary pa lang tayo, pinag-aralan natin yung tatlong forms ng ating verb. Yung base form or yung root form, yung past form, at saka yung past participle form. For example, go, went, gone. Visit, visited, visited. Work, worked, worked. Have, had. Eat, ate, eaten. So, yung mga unang verbs na binanggit ko, yung mga yan ay nasa root form or nasa base form. Going back to this, kailangan kapag gumamit na kayo ng does or doesn't, o kaya do not, don't, ang susunod na verb, hindi nyo na kailangan dagdagan ng s. Kasi dito, ang pinakasusundan na ninyo or ang basehan na ninyo ng pagka-singular ng verb dito ay itong does not, or does it. So, marami kasing nalilito dito. Next, they, we, you, I do not or don't work. Kaya plural noun. For example, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry don't go to school. Dito naman sa present continuous, he, she, it, o kaya singular noun, tapos is not, o kaya simply isn't, and then working. Yung I, ito pa, pasaway si I, di ba? Paiba-iba. I am not working. Dadagdag nyo lang ng not. Pero kapag kinontract nyo, you don't say, I am't working. Mali. Ang gagawin ninyo, ganito. Hindi nyo sasabihin na I am't. It should be, I'm not working. Okay? They, we, you are not working or aren't working. O kaya plural noun, Tom and Jerry, for example, are not working. So ito yung mga negative structures natin. Question, paano pag nagtatanong naman tayo? O, simple lang yan, simple lang. Itong does at saka do, yung mga yan, ilalagay nyo lang yan sa unahan. Sa simple present tense, ganito yung structure. Ang gagawin nyo nga ay yung does at saka doesn't o kaya do and don't ay nasa unahan. So, does he, does she, does it, o kaya doesn't he, doesn't she, doesn't it. Tapos, yung inyong main verb na wala ng S. Kasi nga, kapag gumamit na kayo ng does, doesn't, do, don't, laging nasa base form na or root form na ang susunod na verb na gagamitin nyo. So, does she work? Does it work? Kaya naman, do. Do they work? Do we work? Do you work? O kaya naman, I. Yung I, do ang gagamitin nyo dyan sa question form. Of course, do I work? Or plural noun, Tom and Jerry na naman. Do Tom and Jerry work? O kaya naman, yung negative form, don't. Don't they work? Don't Jerry and Tom, or don't Tom and Jerry work? Don't I work? O, yan, yung mga structures ha, sa simple present tense. Sa present continuous naman, ganito yung structure. Yung helping verb, yung be verb ninyo ay nasa unahan. Is. Is he working? Is she working? Is it working? Is Tom working? O kaya naman, nasa negative form. Isn't. Isn't he? Isn't he working? Isn't it? Isn't it working? Are. Are they working? Aren't. Aren't they working? So yan na, nasa unahan yung inyong helping verb or be verb. Dito naman sa I. Am I working? Am I working? Yes. Okay. Am I not working? Okay. Or aren't I working? Ano tong dalawang to? Bakit ganyan? May maririnig kayo ng mga tao na ang sinasabi ay, am I not working? O kaya naman, aren't I working? Sa dalawang ito, yung am I not working ay ang kinoconsider na grammatical. So ito yung tama when we are talking about grammar talaga. Pero acceptable din kapag ang sinabi ninyo ay aren't I working? 'Di ba? So kailangan tandaan nyo 'to. Parehong acceptable or acceptable yung second one, yung aren't I working? Pwede yan. Hindi nyo kailangan makipagdebate kung tama ba yan o mali kasi acceptable yan. Pero kapag talagang technical na technical ang usapan ninyo, grammar talaga kung grammar, ito ang sundin ninyo. Am I not working? I am not working. Pag ginawa ninyong question, am I not working? Are you reading what I wrote on the board? I-explain ko naman sa inyo kung kailan ginagamit yung simple present tense. Mag-uumpisa tayo dyan. So, ginagamit natin yung simple present tense if something is a fact or a general truth. So, if you're talking about a fact or a general truth, then you can use the simple present tense. For example, ice melts when you heat it. Natutunaw ang yelo kapag pinainitan mo yan. Magtataka ka kung magiging bulaklak yung yelo na yan kapag binasa mo or kapag pinainitan mo yan. Okay. So, ice melts when you heat it. Bakit melts? Kasi yung ice ay singular noun or it's an uncountable noun. Hindi talaga nabibilang. Another example, the Philippines is in Asia. Ang verb natin dyan ay is kasi Philippines ay isang singular. The Philippines, yan ang pangalan ng ating bansa. The Philippines is located or the Philippines is in Asia. Yan ay mga facts, factual information. Ano pa ba? Cats hate to take a bath. Karaniwan, yan. Karaniwan or usually, cats hate to take a bath. Bakit hate? Kasi cats ay nasa plural form. Yan ay isang plural noun, kaya ang verb ay hindi na kailangan lagyan ng S. Number two, pwede rin natin gamitin ang simple present tense when we talk about repeated actions or actions that happen regularly or habitually. So kapag ang pinag-uusapan natin ay ang inyong habits or routines. Pwede ninyong gamitin ang simple present tense. For example, I play tennis every Monday. So, I play. Ang subject ay I, ang verb ay play. I play tennis every Monday. She doesn't play tennis. Negative form. She does not or she doesn't play tennis. It is something that she doesn't do regularly or she doesn't do at all. Or it's a fact about herself that she does not play tennis. Number three, we can use the simple present tense to talk about scheduled events in the near future. Pwede rin natin yung gamitin kapag ang pinag-uusapan natin ay sa future. in the near future. So, scheduled events. Sa mga invitations, di ba? Halimbawa, napadalan ka ng invitation ng isang birthday party. Tapos nakalagay doon, the party starts at 3 p.m. Dun sa invitation. So, the party starts at 3 p.m. Tama rin yun kasi it's a scheduled event in the near future. In that case, you can also use the simple present tense. Pero syempre sa specific situation na yan, pwede nyo rin gamitin yung simple future tense. The party will start at 3 p.m. Parehong tama yan. If you want to ask a question, for example, when does the class begin tomorrow? Anong oras mag-uumpisa yung klase bukas? In that case, pwede nyo rin gamitin ang simple present tense. Kasi nga, uulitin ko, you can use the simple present tense to talk about a scheduled event or scheduled events in the near future. So pag tinanong ka, when does the class start tomorrow? Hindi yung answer mo, the class starts at 12 noon tomorrow. So pwede yon. Kapag ang idea in general ay hindi nangyayari sa kasalukuyan, kung hindi ito ay nangyayari habitually or regularly or in general, you can use the simple present tense. Paano naman yung present continuous tense? Kailan naman natin na ginagamit yan? Actually, meron na akong video about that. Dahil na-discuss ko na rin yung usage ng present continuous tense in one of my previous videos, panoorin natin to. Tama ba ang sentence na I'm studying tomorrow? Yan ang sasagutin natin sa video na ito. A beautiful young lady was practicing her English. Dun sa video niya, merong mga questions in English na sinasagot niya. And ang isa sa mga questions doon ay, what are you going to do tomorrow? Okay, pakinggan natin kung ano ang kanyang sinagot.
What are you going to do tomorrow?
I am studying tomorrow.
What are you going to do tomorrow?
I am studying tomorrow.
So, ang tanong ay, what are you going to do tomorrow? At ang sinagot niya ay, I'm studying tomorrow. Ngayon, dun sa comment section, maraming nagsabi or nag-correct sa kanya at ang sabi nila, mali daw yung sagot niya. Instead of, I am studying tomorrow, dapat daw ay, I will study tomorrow. Many English learners think that when we talk about the future or when we talk about future actions, then we should use will. So automatically, ang naisip natin kapag ang pinag-usapan ay yung future or yung hinaharap or yung mga bagay na mangyayari sa hinaharap, then we should use will. Kaya nga siguro maraming nag-comment doon sa kanyang video na mali daw yung kanyang sagot, mali daw yung verb tense na kanyang ginamit, at ang dapat daw niyang gamitin ay will study. I will study tomorrow. Although it is not wrong to say, I will study tomorrow, yung sagot niya na I'm studying tomorrow ay hindi rin naman mali. Sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, yung sagot niya or yung sentence niya na I am studying tomorrow is not wrong. It is grammatical, actually. Sa kanyang sentence, ginamit niya yung present continuous tense. Okay? Yung present continuous tense ay tinatawag rin na present progressive tense. So sa ibang libro, tinatawag siyang present continuous tense. Sa ibang libro naman or sa ibang references, ang tawag dyan ay present progressive tense. Pero magkapareho lang sila. Okay? In my case, masanay akong tawagin yan na present continuous tense. So, sa video na ito, ang gagamitin ko na lang na term ay yung present continuous tense. Okay, let's have a quick review of the common usage of the present continuous tense. At mag-umpisa tayo dun sa kung paano buuin, paano i-form ang present continuous tense. It is formed using am, or is, or are, plus the ing form of your verb. Kapag ang subject ninyo ay I, then you have to use am. Kapag ang subject nyo naman ay he, she, or it, then you have to use is. Kapag ang subject nyo naman ay they, we, or you, then you have to use are. O kaya naman, kapag ang subject ninyo ay isang singular noun, then you have to use is. Kapag plural noun naman ang inyong subject sa inyong sentence, then you have to use are. The child is. The children are. Kapag nasa negative form naman ang inyong sentence, all you have to do is to put not after ng am, is, at saka are. I am not. She, he, it is not. They, we, you are not. The child is not. The children are not. Ganyan yung structure na kailangan ninyong sundan kapag ginagamit ninyo yung present continuous tense sa inyong sentence. We usually use the present continuous tense to talk about activities or actions that are happening at the moment of speaking, or for actions that are happening right now. For example, I am talking about the present continuous tense. So, I am, tapos talking. So, yung ing form ng verb na talk. So, ito yung ginagawa ko ngayon, at this very moment. Kapag negative sentence naman, I am not talking about a math problem. So, I am not talking. So, yung ing form ng verb na talk. Palagay ko halos lahat tayo ay alam na kung paano gamitin ang present continuous tense sa ganyang paraan. So, ginagamit nga natin yung present continuous tense when we are talking about things or actions that are happening at the very moment of speaking, or things that are happening right now. We can also use the present continuous tense to say that we are in the process of doing something that is temporary. So, yung mga bagay or actions that are temporary that we are in the process of doing. Hindi siya nangyayari sa mga oras na to, as in right now, but we are in the process of doing it. So, for actions that are happening around now, but not exactly right now, we can use the present continuous tense. For example, I'm reading a novel by Nick Joaquin. Hindi ko siya binabasa right now, kasi nga, tinuturuan ko kayo kung paano gamitin ang present continuous tense. So, hindi ko siya ginagawa right at the moment of speaking, pero ako ay nasa proseso ng pagbabasa. Pwede ko siyang basahin mamayang gabi, or bukas, basta binabasa ko siya, okay? I am reading this novel by Nick Joaquin. I'm watching a series on Netflix. So, hindi ko siya ginagawa ngayon, kasi nga tinuturuan ko kayo, but I'm in the process of watching it on Netflix. We can also use the present continuous tense to talk about future plans or arrangements. We have to make sure, though, that we use a time expression for talking about the future. So we have to use a future word or a future time expression. Katulad dun sa sentence niya, ang sabi niya, I am studying tomorrow. Since she used tomorrow, yung word na tomorrow, which is a future time expression, then her sentence is grammatical. It's correct. Ang ilang halimbawa ng future words or future time phrases ay tomorrow, tonight, next year, in June, at Christmas, later this year. So, yun yung mga examples ng mga future words nga at saka future time phrases or future time expressions. So, the person was asking her kung ano yung plan niya or kung ano yung gagawin niya kinabukasan. Another way of answering that question actually is, I am going to study tomorrow. So, pwede nyo rin gamitin yung be going to plus a verb. Yun nga, I am going to study tomorrow. So, yung be dyan, yung is, yung are, at saka yung am. Yung be going to plus a verb in its base form is also used when we talk about plans or actions or decisions that are made even before the moment of speaking. Ito ay pwede natin gamitin para sabihin kung ano yung mga bagay na gagawin natin, yung planado na natin gawin kahit bago pa man tayo tanungin kung ano man yung gagawin natin sa future. Halimbawa, nag-uusap tayo ngayon and then I say, we are having a party next week. Or, we are going to have a party next week. Yang dalawang sentences na yan ay tama. Pwede natin gamitin yung mga ganyang structures kapag gusto nating sabihin yung mga bagay na pinlano na natin gawin sa future bago pa man tayo mag-usap or even before the moment of speaking. Yun, balik tayo dun sa tanong na tama ba ang sentence na I am studying tomorrow? Ang sagot ay oo. Walang problema kung sasabihin ninyong I am studying tomorrow if you're talking about a future plan, for as long as you use a future time expression. Let's have a quiz.
Complete the sentences. Number 1. Anne blank parties. She is always alone. A. Doesn't enjoy. B. Don't enjoy. C. Is not enjoying. D. Are not enjoying. The answer is A. Doesn't enjoy. Number 2. Lucy and Rick blank with us at the moment. A. Stays. B. Stay. C. Is staying. D. Are staying. The answer is D. Are staying. Number 3. Look, Stacy blank her prom dress. A. Wears. B. Wear. C. Is wearing. D. Are wearing. The answer is C. Is wearing. Number 4. Blank Kyle blank the right direction. A. Does. Knows. B. Does. Know. C. Is. Knowing. D. Are. Knowing. The correct answer is B. Does know. Number 5. Blank football your favorite sport? A. Does. B. Do. C. Is. D. Are. The right answer is.
Did you perfect the quiz? Let me know in the comments. I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.